What's good, YouTube? Yeah, I had to just slide back through with a quick tutorial because I've been getting a lot of comments and people asking, how do you lace your shoes? Like, what is the technique that you're using to lace them? Well, honestly, guys, it's really not that complicated. I've been wearing sneakers for a long time, and lace swapping is just something that you do to make the shoe kind of stand out, make it pop a little bit, change up the look, change up the feel, and give you some unique characteristics. But along with the lace swap, it's also important to understand the basics of lacing your shoes. So first, before I go through the tutorial, I want to invite you to like and subscribe to the channel. I drop a lot of dope content. I've been on the move lately, so I haven't had a chance to release as much content. As you can see, my room is butt naked and empty, and so if you hear a lot of echoes, because I haven't had a chance to move in any of my furniture yet. But one thing I did make sure I had was my shoes. So I got these, and one of my subscribers asked me to do a tutorial on how I lace my fives. So I figured I'd go ahead and give you some info on what I did. Now, I'm gonna start with the basics. Some things people that they don't even really think about or consider when they're lacing their shoes is when you start off, you wanna make sure that the laces are going in even and that they're not twisted in each eyelid. So when they cross over, it can be flat. It's gonna give it a more neat look, a more symmetrical appearance. Now I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take the laces out, and I'm gonna show you step by step how I go through each eyelid, what I do, the type of concept, and then at the end, how I have it through here, so you don't have to tie your fives. You can literally keep a clip on without tying them, and you'll be good to go. All right, guys, so we're back here, and I took a couple of laces out because I want you to see the process. So as you can see, these laces are very flat, right? It's different when you have round laces because with round laces, you can kind of finesse a little different, but when you have flat laces, you have to pay attention to that first eyelid and make sure it's flat. And when it goes across and crisscross underneath, how it crisscrosses underneath, that means that if it goes underneath, it should go over top on the next one. Underneath, over top, underneath. So then this one, you guessed it, will be going over top, right? So then this one here is over top. You guessed it, it'll be going underneath. So this one here would go in this eyelid, and it would go first because it's gonna go underneath. So bear with me, I'm only using one hand. Now, if you get a little bit of a twist like that, I don't know if you see how that the lace went in kind of crooked. You want to take it, flatten it out, make sure that it's not crooked, that's flat, and it goes underneath. Boom, pull it through. You don't have to pull it through tight. You don't have to pull it through tight at all. Now, this one here, you can see how it's flat when it comes across. Now, if it was crooked, let's just do it like if it looked crooked and it was all twisted. This is what you're gonna get. It's gonna look messy, and you're gonna go across, and it's gonna just look like you just threw your shoes on any kind of way. You wanna make sure it's flat, and then you're gonna come across the other way. I'm gonna switch hands here because I'm struggling with this using one hand. I wish I had my stand. You guys bear with me. You guys are troopers, soldiers, my soldiers, hanging there with me. So you wanna make sure that it's flat and coming through and not tangled up. Boom. So this went over, this one went under, so you got it. This one's going underneath. So it's gonna go first, and I'm gonna slide it through this way. And you don't have to pull it tight. Like I said, you don't have to pull it tight, but a lot of times you can test to make sure that your foot is comfortable in it, because you don't wanna lace it, but you also still wanna make sure you have enough space for your foot to go in. So like I said, this one went underneath, so this time it's gonna go over. So we're gonna go through this eyelid. Boom. All right. Now you can see I still gave it a little bit of. Sorry. let's get the camera focused in. I gave it some space for me to be able to take it, put my foot in it. As you can see, these are the Jordan 5. Still got the shoe tree in it. Yeah. I mean, boom. So this is the part that people want to know. How do you manage to get the shoe lock or the lace lock on your shoe like that so your laces can hang without touching the ground and without having to tie your shoe up? The way they come, I can't remember how they come on the shoe, but what I do is I take it off and then I look at that, okay, I want it to be on the shoe and I want it to sit like this, right? So here there's a little space for you to put your, so you can see that, space for you to put the laces through. Now this is it's a simple concept. It's really not that difficult. I'm gonna try to adjust my camera and do it with one hand. If I can, let's see if I can do it with one hand. Probably not. I'm struggling here with this one hand, so bear with me. What I'm gonna do is I'll cut back to it and I'll kind of show you, because I'm struggling to do this with one hand. Hold tight. All right, sorry about that. I had to readjust it. I can only do it with two hands. It's hard to do it with one hand. So what you want to do is you want to bring both the laces through on the underneath side from behind it, and make sure that they're, you know, about even as you can make it. And then you can kind of see how it's coming in the form. And then you simply squeeze the tab, grab both of the laces at the same time so it'll be even, and just pull it back towards you. Getting a little heavy with the camera here. So like I said, I'm doing it with one hand. You just want to bring it into a nice comfortable position and it'll stay up like that. And now you have your lace lock on your Jordan 5s. And you don't have to worry about tying them. And if you want them a little tighter, all you have to do is pull it a little tighter. And I'll finish off with some on feet so you can see how it looks on my feet. All right, so look, now we're back here. Move my wallet out of the way, you guys need my personal info. So with the lace swap, you can do your black. Of course, you can do your white. I like to go with the black because I think it gives a little contrast. But on feet, this is how they look. You don't have to worry about tying them. It's gonna still give you some, you know, if you wanna make it tighter, you can. I don't want it to be too tight. So this is what they'll end up looking like on your Jordan 5. And you can do this with any of your Jordan 5s. Me personally, I like the lace swap because I really think it just gives you a little bit of a uniqueness to the shoe. I still have my white laces. I can always switch back to the white laces if I ever wanted to. So sit down here so you can see a different angle. Boom, boom. I mean, it's a clean look. I mean, it's gonna give it a good little different pop. You can always go with the white, but I don't like white laces because I just think they suck. But that's a quick lace tutorial for your Jordan 5s. If you have any other questions about how I do what I do, or just questions in general, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know. I respond to every comment and I get back to all my people. And you know, hopefully this helped out. Quick little lace tutorial. Nothing special, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate it.